Today's story is a $24 million heist where the victim's phone was stolen, but not his phone. This is the true crime podcast that keeps you safe from scams, hacks, and frauds. And today we're talking SIM swap fraud. It's 2018 and Michael Turpin is not happy. His phone isn't showing any signal, but it should be. For most of us, that might be a minor inconvenience. Perhaps we've just drifted into a black spot or someone's driven into the nearest mast. It's irritating, but not a disaster. But Michael is worried. Last year a fraudster contacted his providers, At&T and T-Mobile, pretending to be him, and managed to get them to issue brand new SIM cards linked to his phone numbers. From this, they accessed his Skype account and fooled a client of his into sending them some of their cryptocurrency. This is a type of scam we call SIM swap fraud. Traditionally, a SIM card is a microchip, about the size of a chip on a credit or debit card. The job of the SIM card is to tell your phone who it is. Your phone number is linked to the SIM card serial number. If you remove your SIM card from one phone and insert it into another, your phone number should follow you to the new phone. Newer phones have an eSIM instead, which gets rid of the card and replaces it with a bit of computer code, but the principle remains the same. Last time this happened, he contacted his providers, obtained replacement SIM cards, and at least for one of the providers was given the impression he shouldn't have to worry about a repeat occurrence, as AT&T agreed to add additional security to his account, requiring a 6-digit code to replace the SIM. But once bitten by a hack, twice shy. We must point out here that AT&T insisted in court documents no guarantees of security were given in this discussion. Elsewhere, Ellis Pinky can't believe his luck. He's been able to convince an employee at Spring Communications, an AT&T authorized retailer, to bypass that security measure. A fistful of dollars did the trick. Even when bragging to his friends, he guesstimated his likelihood of success in this scam were less than 5%. Turned out all he needed was Turpin's name, email address, phone number, and the last 4 digits of his social security number. When hackers get staff to do things like this, we call it social engineering, and it was social engineering that caused Turpin's previous SIM swap fraud too. In the next few moments, he'll reset the password to Turpin's Gmail account. Once he has control of his email, he'll use that as a springboard to access his Microsoft OneDrive account, using a code sent to his phone to grant him access. After a bit of searching, he finds Michael's cryptocurrency logins in the OneDrive account's trash folder. A little light hacking, and Ellis is now $24 million richer. Not many 15-year-olds can claim to be a literal overnight millionaire. How exactly those details ended up in the trash is an interesting story, as Turpin did seem to be aware of the risk of scams, hacking attempts, and fraud. Turpin didn't just keep the logins to his crypto wallet lying around. Turpin kept them offline on encrypted USB sticks, which he kept in a safe. When he needed to log in, he would connect the stick and copy the login he needed into a blank document stored on his computer, and then paste that into the website he was using and delete the file. He didn't realize that OneDrive was backing up that blank document or his computer's trash folder. He didn't realize that backups were happening at all. Since this case, Turpin has been prolific in filing lawsuits. He has sued Pinsky, sued those who helped Pinsky, and a case is ongoing in which he's suing AT&T. He's had judgments awarded in his favor of over $200 million. However, it's unclear exactly how much he's been able to collect. Whether the people who have been sued have the money to pay is something I haven't been able to confirm. As big as it is, Pinsky's heist isn't even the biggest SIM swap heist out there. Robert Powell and 2 conspirators, calling themselves the Powell SIM swapping crew, were indicted in 2023 for a whole chain of thefts, the largest of which was $400 million from a single company. In another case in 2022, hackers gained access to a T-Mobile management system. Can you guess what was a key part in getting access to that system? Yes, a T-Mobile employee found himself the victim of SIM swap fraud. SIM swap fraud is a serious and significant issue. In previous shows, we've discussed multi-factor authentication, also known as two-factor authentication, extensively. We stand by our advice that you should use this whenever possible. Whilst using text messages to your phone to obtain the additional login code required is better than nothing, it does leave you vulnerable to this type of scam. Instead, we recommend using authenticator apps that generate a code every few minutes, or using a physical token or key fob that will do this for you. You can also get USB keys to connect to your computer and have this all done automatically for you. With these, nothing gets sent by text message, so there's nothing to intercept, and SIM swap fraud, along with other hacking attempts, won't be as effective. If you're storing something of high value in an account, don't use your regular phone as the authenticator app for that account. Instead, use a device or token that you can keep in a secure location, such as a safe, until it's needed. Some banks offer authenticated devices that work with your bank card and PIN as an additional security measure for your bank account. If your bank offers them, consider getting one for your account. But let's not leave you with a false impression. There is still a risk of your device being stolen, so ensure that you have a complex password or passcode to access your device, and be aware of your surroundings. Use biometrics such as fingerprints and Face ID when possible. If you're not typing in a password, nobody can watch you do it. Do not write down your passwords, ever. If you need to store them, use a password manager app that keeps all your information encrypted. Keeping them encrypted helps keep them safe from hacks. If you have a Windows PC, you might want to consider turning off OneDrive, or at least stopping it from backing up everything. Leave out the things you need to keep safe from outside hacks. You should also think about data hygiene. Think about what data you're putting out into the world. Is your email or phone number easy to find? Is it the same email or phone number you use for your most important accounts? You're making the fraudsters and hackers' job easy if you are. Some VPN providers and Apple now offer private email relay services you can use to avoid sharing your email address. There is some news for At&T customers. If you log into your My At&T app, you can turn on wireless account lock, which promises to prevent unauthorized SIM swaps when it's turned on, along with some other key account changes. Anytime this setting is changed, you'll receive an email notifying you of the change. However, in their FAQ, At&T does advise that they can remotely turn this off, including in store. Although an ID is supposed to be required to do this, it was only a few $100s that turned Pinsky's scam from a dud into a success. I've been C, and this has been Scams, Hacks and Frauds, the true crime podcast that keeps you safe from scams, hacks and frauds. If you've enjoyed the show, click like, leave us a review, and be sure to share it with everyone you know so they can stay safe too. This podcast is available to reuse for free under the Creative Commons with Attribution Share Alike license. The music is not included in this license. For more information on the Creative Commons license, please visit creativecommons.org.